Report abuse and seek help from trusted authorities or support centers. Consent matters always. This important message is brought to you by Champion 90.7 FM. Obeying traffic rules and driving safely saves lives. Always wear your seatbelt, follow speed limits, avoid distractions, and never drink and drive. Safe driving protects you, your passengers, and everyone on the road. Remember, road safety is everyone's responsibility. This safety reminder is brought to you by Champion 90.7 FM.
It's time for expert opinions, community voices, and actionable insight on Straight Talk with Mariam on Champion 90.7 FM, a news magazine program that dives into the issues setting the agenda. Join Mariam, okay, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. as she breaks down the stories shaping Nigeria, explores solution, and gives you the clarity you need to stay informed and empowered. For conversations that matter, analysis that counts, and perspectives that make a difference. It's all here on Straight Talk with Mariam.
Good afternoon and welcome to Straight Talk with Mariam on Champion 90.7 FM. On the program, like you always, follow us on all social media platforms. We talk about, governance, we talk about transparency, we talk about accountability, and we talk about how best, people at the ends of affairs can deliver their due diligence. We can't just, continue to have representatives up there and not doing what they ought to do. And this is a very big one because we continue to experience corruption in its full and, real definition and context. And people always say that, are you sure you're running democracy in Nigeria, or it's some sort of, governance that should not be questioned? Because in this country, we have seen a political party rule us for 16 years, and we've got nothing to do about it. After the 16 years, we only said, okay, we celebrated them. What are the, things that they did? We cannot really highlight those things. And we have... in Lagos State, we have someone who has been in the House of Assembly for over, or should I say, let me not mention directly so that you will not feel Mariam is talking down on a particular, political party. Someone who has been there for close to 20 years or 20 years and above. And we see a political party that is, taking the lead in the country as we speak. It's just one political party, and it is giving, confusion to every other parties in the political space. And I can remember when I invited, the ADC chieftain to our studios on the program Straight Talk with Mariam, particularly Honorable Mashood Salvador. And he said, Mariam, don't say that. It's not like that. This is how it, seemed like. But today I have somebody who is going to contest, what I'm about to say on the program this afternoon, because it's going to be highly conversational. I have someone who is prominent in his constituency, someone who is trying to, represent the people and speak on their behalf. This time around is going to a very high kedar. But then is he ready to serve us is what we are going to be asking him on the program, because he's going to be saying, on my honor, I am going to be serving you, or I'm going to be there to, make money for myself and my family. But before we, delve into the program proper, like we always have it on the program, we look at some of the, trending stories on our dailies in Nigeria today. And for your knowledge, the topic is accountability, transparency, and the future of governance in Nigeria, because this is the most critical time that we need accountability in the country. President Bola Tinubu said something this morning. He said, I'm going to speak to the Accountant General of the Federation. Let him put together all my salaries from 2023. Are you sure he's not been collecting his salaries? Is he just, saying this for propaganda's sake? Or is he just saying it to, make us feel that, okay, there is, there is a government that is working in Nigeria? Are you sure that this is not a propaganda on its own? But before then, and before introducing my guest this afternoon, let me quickly look at, the stories. So I have a story about economy, about security, and mostly governance in Nigeria. So across the country, economic realities continue to shape public perception of governance, and reports from Lagos markets show a sharp increase in food prices driven by rising fuel costs and transportation challenges for many Nigerians. This is not just economic data, it is a struggle. And I know my guest is not even struggling, nor does he know what it means to struggle for people in his constituency. I think this is the right time for me to bring on my guest. Good afternoon, Honorable Anjolaiyatopic.
Good afternoon, Mariam. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. I can see that you are soft. You are not experiencing what the people are experiencing. Are you sure you are experiencing what the people are experiencing?
Absolutely, it's a Nigerian problem.
Okay.
I don't have my own special fuel station where I get fuel. I don't have my own special
No,
market
it's possible
here.
you have your special
No,
market.
absolutely no.
Maybe
don't.
you import what you eat from outside
No,
the country.
no. We're in a very pathetic stage, and everyone is feeling the brunt. I mean, to fuel my own vehicle to
Okay.
cost about 90,000 naira. That's not. I mean,
Tell me about
how
it.
much is the minimum wage? So I mean, and of
Are
course,
you sure you're living on the minimum wage?
well,
For you to, be vying for something, serious in the country.
Well, I work very hard for every income that I get, right? And that's not a justification for government to give us untold hardship,
Okay.
right? Because I mean, this government gives us nothing in return for our hard work.
Okay.
There are countries of the world where you have benefit of being a citizen.
Mm.
I'm aware that in the Arab, the Arabian countries,
Okay.
you get. I mean, if you're pregnant, there are child support.
Okay.
There's support for you if you don't have job. There's support for you while you're going to school. I mean, the big question is, what has Nigeria given to us as a citizen? What do we benefit from Nigeria? So when this government came into power, the first thing it did was to remove subsidy on everything, subsidy on health.
And you feel that's not right?
That's that's a government that do not care about its people. That's a government that's not a welfareist. They rode on the mantra of progressivism. They rode on the mantra of trying to make life easier for our people. But I mean, the reverse is the case. And I heard you when you were introducing, when you were speaking about some of your previous topic, and you said there was a particular political party that ruled for 16 years. I bet to say today that Nigerians would prefer to go back to that era where a bag of rice was 8,000 naira. Well, of course, to study in University of Lagos is about 8,000 naira as well. You understand, for a particular session.
Okay.
Now, I mean, subsidies off education, subsidies off health, subsidies off petroleum, subsidies off electricity. I mean, make it make sense that you want to give us constant electricity, that you promised us that if you don't give us electricity, we should not vote for you. Then you got there to tell us that if you are going to give us 20 hours, we must be banned. If you are going to give us 16 hours, we must be banned. I mean, that's fraud.
That's fraud to
That's
you.
fraud, yes.
But what if this administration, okay, let me say, as we speak, this administration says that that's the right way to go, removing the fuel subsidy, that we don't need it. And they gave their reasons for not having the fuel subsidy. And you're saying that, okay, quote unquote, because I know if you are speaking now, you're going to be speaking for your party as a loyalist of the party, because that's what you politicians do.
I'm speaking for Nigerians. I'm not speaking for my party. The big question is, what is the indices?
Okay.
What is the resultant effect of the removal of fuel subsidy?
Okay.
You want to answer me? What is fuel subsidy was taken off,
Okay.
he gave them more money for them
Okay.
to run their government. I mean, where are the infrastructures? You understand? From my own constituency, we
Okay.
rely heavily on one general hospital.
Okay.
Alimosho has a population of over 4 million people.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Over 4 million people. Alimosho should have a primary health care center almost in each of the wards. Alimosho have 11 wards, right? We have experienced cases where we get to that general hospital, there are no bed space, there are no incubators.
Okay.
So, it's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot of inefficiency in that system, right? Alimosho has an estimated population of about 900,000 out of school children. So the inefficiencies are enough to serve its population. I'm not even speaking for Lagos right now because every local government with its own peculiarity. But I'm saying that the government has failed us.
Has failed us.
There's no better way to say it. It has failed us.
And if I don't want to mention actually, but I know that you are a loyalist because that's the way you politicians go in Nigeria. And now we see, somebody put on his posted something on his status this morning. He said 31 APC governors, 31 votes, and Kwakwanso actually, wiped off everything, showing that ADC is more like the one that is tackling the ruling party. And from what you just mentioned, you said the ruling party, quote unquote, has failed us. What do you think that the ADC will do better?
Well, first of all, I think I need to introduce ADC as a people-centric political party. And that is why
that's how they introduced all the parties to us.
You have one, there's umbrella, you have one, there is broom.
But all of them come to tell
now.
us that
Mariam,
we will
the logo
ensure
of our party,
that
the logo of our party is handshake.
Handshake.
That's a significance of a people-centric political party. And the justification for my position is that what has changed? Why is all the opposition figures suddenly putting aside their personal interests to come under one political party?
Okay.
Rabi Musa Kwankwaso today has defected to the ADC. His Excellency Peter Obi,
and his son is looking forward to defecting also.
We are even expecting more defectors. Do you understand? So ADC is now an alternative. ADC came at a time where the presidency was sponsoring serious attack on the existing opposition political parties. The divide. Look at the shenanigans that happened in Abuja yesterday with Isom Wike, the National Convention. It was in fact it was a Lekki House party what happened in that convention. Right? Scanty.
And his bloc actually won yesterday.
No.
I'm not going to, trying to talk down on a political party. I just want to know what ADC will do differently if they have the power.
Well, ADC is a people-centric political party, and ADC, of course, very recently we launched our policy document, that was carefully put together by detribalized Nigerians, successful Nigerians from all walks of spare. And
Nigerians who are opposition
not
leaders.
oppositions. We have university
who are
professors.
opposition
No,
leaders,
no.
Mr. Anjola.
We have vice chancellors of universities that were in that policy committee. We have very successful business.
But then you will agree with me that people that came together to create this coalition, they are people from opposition parties.
There's dignity in being in opposition.
I know there's dignity,
no.
but when you come out to say, okay, this is my target, it's not just about the people, or we are not here for the people majorly. We are here because we want to bring down a political party. Do you think that is dignity?
No, that's not the situation. You are saying that. Maybe that's your definition of opposition. You understand? Opposition.
Now I'm talking based on what is on the dailies, what we read, and what is still happening.
Opposition is the beauty of every democracy.
Of course, we know.
I've just said to you on this show, Mariam, that the PDP's 16 years is better against that than the APC. About
That's because
12
you are also you have been should I say that they have actually told you to go for anything APC.
No. This is not about APC.
No,
And again,
that's we have to be factual on the program.
And again,
That was what I told Honorable Salvador. I said, sir, I have you on the program, and on your honor, you should be very, very factual, with me on the program. Since, the declaration that was made last year, I don't want you to, say, oh, this is not true. It's on the dailies. And they said, okay, we are here for APC. We just want to pull them down at all costs. We want to take the power. It cannot be with APC for so long. They cannot turn Nigeria into one, political party. They are not about the people. Make me, experience ADC in its right context, not that we are particular about bringing out a political party.
We're not particular about bringing out a political party. We are particular about changing the government. We're particular about service to the people. We're particular about welfareism. We're particular. I've just said about my own constituency. I've told you the number of out-of-school children.
About your own constituency.
Now my own constituency is suffering very significant and unfair, I don't know who negotiated for that. I mean, in Mushin, Shori Solo, in Surulere, they have 2 federal constituencies.
Okay.
Alimosho, despite its size and the population, has just 1 federal constituency. And the development is not getting to the grassroots. Despite the generation, I'm aware that Alimosho generates about 310 billion in Nigeria.
Yes.
You understand? I mean, look at major markets in major markets in Lagos. Alimosho is known for very serious commerce business, trade and buying and selling. We start contributing significantly to the IGR of Lagos.
Okay.
But when development is going to come, development goes to Etiosa, goes to Surulere, goes to Ikoyi, Obalinde. Do you understand? So, Mariam, this is not about ADC, it's not about APC. It's about the maladministration that we currently suffer.
So what are you going to do differently when we become, any of, the representatives, appointed? I quite understand that you now know what representation is all about, and you try to, make it look like you are there, you're going there for the people, or you are practically, speaking for the people when you said, oh, representation and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But now that you're going to be facing or carrying the weight of the whole of Alimosho, what will you do differently?
Well, I've said it on several programs.
I'm not saying that you should come and say yourself on my program.
I'm not
because
saying,
if you say yourself, you're going to pay me.
You have asked me. You have asked me.
You pay Champion FM.
You have asked me a direct question. Regardless, whether me or anyone else, I think the first thing is the appropriate advocacy to have Alimosho have 2 federal constituencies. You understand? Just so that the federal constituency can be well represented at the Green Chamber.
Okay.
After that, then the yearnings of the people of Alimosho can be heard at the Green Chamber.
Of Nigerians. How about we talk about Nigerians?
We're talking about Alimosho.
Not just
we're talking about
Alimosho.
that. Yeah, you asked me about the federal
constituency. Yes, I asked you about Alimosho, and I don't want you to be so particular about Alimosho alone.
Well, I'm only answering
that
your
means
question.
you are a politician on my program.
I'm only answering your question, Mariam.
All right, can we have it? Can we have it? You can go ahead.
So I was saying that the first thing was that I'm going to try as much as possible to advocate that we have 2 federal constituencies. Secondly is that Alimosho deserves to have at least 1 primary health care center in each of the 11
now
wards.
let's
Alimosho should not only be used as a voting block where Lagos APC come to when they need votes.
Okay, it's been used as a voting block.
Exactly. Whoever wins Alimosho wins Lagos. You should know that. So when they need votes, they come to Alimosho. But when it's time for development, they go to Ikoyi, Etiosa, and the likes.
And the likes. All right, if you're just joining the program, this is Straight Talk with Mariam. We will be right back.
It's It's time for expert opinions, community voices, and actionable insight on Straight Talk with Mariam on Champion 90.7 FM, a news magazine program that dives into the issues setting the agenda. Join Mariam, okay, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. as she breaks down the stories shaping Nigeria, explores solutions, and gives you the clarity you need to stay informed and empowered. For conversations that matter, analysis that counts, and perspectives that make a difference. It's all here on Straight Talk with Mariam.
Welcome back. This is Straight Talk with Mariam, and I have the honor of, having a very lovely conversation, political, because it's a political conversation, with Honorable Anjola, also known as Aerosoft, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Why did you choose that name?
Well, it's my business name.
Okay, that's your business name. Because it's your business name, because I've heard Aerosoft before. All right, moving on to the next one. At the same time, the Central Bank of Nigeria has reiterated its commitment to stabilizing the economy through monetary reforms and improved currency management. While progress has been noted, concerns remain about access to credit and the real impact on everyday citizens. And in the news, I read a story about, sharing new notes to boost Nigeria's economy. I don't know how true this is or how realistic this will be, because I don't feel that we need new notes to boost our economy. We don't need it. New notes or not, we just need current currency inflow, and we need businesses to have what it takes. We need power supply because we cannot continue to have power outage in the country. All right, in governance and public engagements, the story about the National Orientation Agency has introduced a new AI-driven platform aimed at bridging the gap between citizens and government, a move that highlights the growing role of technology in transparency and accountability. And in the political space, we have conversations around credibility, leadership, and alternatives, which continue to gain momentum, particularly with parties like ADC, which is African Democratic Congress, positioning themselves within Nigeria's evolving political landscape as the new messiah for our country. Am I right or wrong?
You are right, absolutely.
He said I'm right.
We're here for the rescue.
We're
here for
which
the
rescue now?
Do you want to, so far no dey tire you?
So far don't tire us, but not BSDC go give us what you want.
What's the alternative?
I don't have any. I am neutral. But
cannot
I
be
want you
neutral.
all to, come to the field, play. Let's see what will
You
happen.
cannot be. No. You have to get involved.
Jude Senekome, am I right?
You have to get involved, yeah? And you have to get involved. And
Yes, of course I will get
involved. The beauty
involved.
of the democracy is for you to be able to choose your own political party. I have just asked you, Mariam, what's the alternative to APC?
To APC.
What's the alternative?
No. I'm a media person.
Media has a role in our democracy.
Yes, my role is to ensure that everything is transparently, captured.
And I want to also say that media
And they are accountable.
Journalists
And that's why
are not
I have you on the program.
Journalists are
I
not
want you to
exempted
tell
from
me
voting.
about what you will do when you get to the place of representation, which is you, going to the House of Representative, fighting for the major cause of the people.
You have asked me this question. If I want to answer, I don't say I'm selling myself. I'm going to answer.
No.
you.
I'm not going to allow you. I'm just trying to defend myself.
You want me to tell you?
No, don't
what
tell
we'll
me.
do differently.
What you will do differently? Hey, Honorable Anjolaiyatopic, you will pay my station. All right, let's talk about transparency in government spending. We need to, strengthen this in Nigeria, and we've seen a whole lot of stories, coming from the Central Bank of Nigeria. One about, the mortgage. One also about a merger, and I think that's going to be duly, talked about by a financial authority. So I want to ask Honorable Anjolaya, what's your take, or what is governance to you in its right context?
Well, governance to me is centered around welfare.
Okay.
Governance is service to the people
Okay.
at no profit, right? Governance is making things easy for citizenry. Governance is taking responsibility for safety, for security, for provisions, for infrastructure, you understand, for development, for education, you understand. So governance in the right context is all about humanitarianism,
Okay.
welfareism, right? Humanitarianism, welfareism, it's about representation instead of the people,
Okay.
doing right by the people, and ensuring that citizenry, of course, are proud to be a citizen of that country.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, governance in the right sense, humanity, welfareism, development, right? So, governance is input, of course, that is channeled into, the life, the day-to-day life of every
Every
citizen.
Nigerian.
So, the economy, um, agriculture, health, education, everything. So our representation that are determined at the polls that we elected people, those people, either as legislators or as executive, are the ones that come up with policy formulation, make rules that, of course, shape the society.
Okay.
Yes, that in a way that there's law, there's order, there's development, and of course, there's peace and progress.
And there is peace and progress. I quite understand that in this country, public trust is, I don't want to be negative, is gradually eroding. And we've seen policies and reforms that is being done, sometimes, activated, let's talk about it, let's do this, and, practically bringing it to manifestation. But, we still experience the fact that people no longer trust, this, you know, um, uh, political representatives that we vote for. And I want to ask you, what do you think? Let me say, which of the reforms do you think is necessary at this very point in time for us to rebuild the trust of people in our system?
First of all, let's talk about trust. And I want to remind you
Okay.
some of the campaign promises of the APC when they were coming on board.
Okay.
I remember then Yemi Oshibajo would sit in a classroom, where students are served food, one egg per day. It was on their campaign. They say 1 naira is going to be equal to $1. Those things. Petrol is going to be very cheap. So all of the things that they promised.
If I don't supply electricity, don't vote
don't
for
vote
me.
for me.
Yeah.
All of the things that even Fashola even came on board to say that generating electricity is not rocket science. It's easy. It's more like putting 2 or 4, 3, 5 generators together. He was Minister of Power for 8 years. Nothing happened. So that is when
And
you,
now Adelabu?
when you Adelabu, Minister of Darkness. So when I say that my name is Leko Anjolaya. Yeah, I say
Okay.
that with all sense of responsibilities. Minister of Darkness. He was minister and we don't have lights. You Minister of
But you
Power.
cannot call him that.
Minister
You
of
cannot
well,
talk
well, if
down on him.
if you are supposed to give us light as minister, he didn't give us light. What will I call you?
I don't know. You can
Minister
use
of
other
Darkness.
words.
Well, Adelabu has not lived up to responsibility,
Okay.
up to expectation, right? And as minister, Fashola was former minister. We didn't see electricity. Then these were people that came to Nigeria to say what's the big deal in electricity generation, and they as we speak today, they are still failing. You understand? I'm sure you must be running on solar or something here. You don't have light. You understand? In
How
2026.
sure are you?
In 2026. So it's not about I live in Lagos. You understand? And I live heavily on solar supply. So we're talking about trust. People, when politicians promise and they get to government and they get worse. I was giving you indices of what certain things cost pre-APC and what they cost now. You understand? Won't you pray to go back to the area where you can buy a bag of rice 8,000, where you can buy petrol 69 naira? Do you understand?
Per liter.
It is so. When we talk about development, development will only happen when the government has aided businesses. When you have, of course, infrastructure is well developed across health, across education, across road constructions, electricity. You understand? An average barber or tailor, if you give him or her electricity, will make. Nigerians are very hardworking people. You understand? So the only way to inspire such development is to inspire local production. How do you inspire local production when there's no enabling environment? You understand? Well, of course, we don't have an enabling environment. Nothing seems to be working in the Nigeria of today.
Nothing.
Tell me one thing that is working.
You should tell me everything that is not working.
Tell me one thing. I said, I've said it. And of course, you have listeners that will call. They should call and tell me one thing that is working.
All right, I'm not going to entertain call this afternoon. I'm just going to entertain text messages because I know our listeners are very much ready to, call us here at the studios, because I don't know what Honorable Anjolaiyatopic is saying, that nothing is working. The healthcare system is actually working. Oh. It is working. We just need to do better. We can't just, keep talking down on Nigeria. It's not about the administration now, but on Nigeria. We should be specific.
Should I tell you what happened to me in this same healthcare system?
Okay, please share.
Now, a general hospital.
Okay.
For the sake of those people working there, I will save their name.
Okay.
General hospital.
Okay.
I know someone that is very close to me, my family.
Okay.
That had triplets in that general hospital January last year.
Okay. 2025.
2025.
Okay.
And those two, after delivery, they lost two babies.
My
because
God.
There was no incubator. Lights were going off. General hospital was saying the electricity bill was too high. Facility management used to do light out. You are saying healthcare is working.
In a way, they are trying their best. They just need to do better.
I was at a particular general hospital yesterday where my assistant in the office took his dad to the hospital. There was no bed space.
No bed space.
Mariam, don't let us deceive.
No, don't make it look like I'm deceiving Nigerians.
Healthcare is not working. Let us say it.
And let it be from you, not from me.
Yeah, I'm saying it. I've stated two scenarios. Let's just pray that Nigeria should not happen to us.
Amen.
You think there are bed space in Lasut, in Lut? You think it's enough
so
for our growing
it's the
population?
fault of this present administration.
Is it my fault?
So is an administration
I'm
fault?
not in government. I'm a private person. I've never been in government. And we have seen these things, and these are the things that we are saying that we can do it differently. If the money saved from subsidy, if 1% of it goes to healthcare, we will not. Doctors are leaving the country every day to go abroad for greener pastures. They are not well paid. As at last month, they were on strike. So, and you said healthcare is working.
Yes, you need to hammer more on this as a representative soon to be, because I don't just want you to be on the program and criticize every other administration, and we come to your administration by God willing, if you get elected, and we discover that it's not really working.
If you have not tested me, you cannot say that.
So you need people to test you.
Yeah, of course. And they are going to enforce us in 2027 with their votes.
I love that. All right, people, let's go on a short break so that Honorable Anjola can have a little time for himself on the program. At least 2 seconds is okay. All right.
It's time for expert opinions, community voices, and actionable insight on Straight Talk with Mariam on Champion 90.7 FM, a news magazine program that dives into the issues setting the agenda. Join Mariam, okay? every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. as she breaks down the stories shaping Nigeria, explores solution, and gives you the clarity you need to stay informed and empowered. For conversations that matter, analysis that counts, and perspectives that make a difference. It's all here on Straight Talk with Mariam.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Straight Talk with Mariam on Champion 90.7 FM. All thanks to Jude Senekome for bringing us to your view live this afternoon. And of course, my very own Michael, Barrister Mike, bringing us to your view so that you can actually watch us on YouTube and on Facebook as we, broadcast this program live. And I have the honor once again to inform you that the man that has been, talking down on all other administration, doing justice to what they are doing, whence we are looking forward to doing justice to his own administration also, Honorable Anjolaiyatopic. He's here with me at the studios talking about accountability, transparency, and the future of governance in Nigeria. And, when we talk about delivery, we have people, do or give their take on delivery. Oh, this one is not delivering. This one is trying to make it work. Somebody is doing something differently. And Honorable Anjolaiyatopic has been saying, I'm going to do it differently. We have been hearing it for many years. Ever since I started voting, I've been hearing I will do it differently. When you vote me, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to be the coalition that will pull another coalition. That will pull another coalition down. So I want to know, and I want you to be very, very factual. What measurable impact would you contribute if you have the opportunity to be a representative in Lagos State?
Well,
because you're going to start with some of the challenges that you feel we are facing in Lagos State particularly.
Sorry? Lagos State particularly. Well, I've said a number of it. I've said that our healthcare system is inefficient. I've spoken about out-of-school children, right? I've spoken about housing. The big question is, what does it cost to get a two-bedroom apartment, a decent two-bedroom apartment in Lagos today?
So is the Lagos State governor that is going to work on the two-bedroom apartment?
Yeah, well, maybe I need to remind you of Alhaji Lateef Jakonde and his housing scheme.
But we have housing schemes also, in Lagos State.
Do you know how much it costs?
Yeah, I know it's expensive, so they need to work on the cost of this housing.
Let me say this
facility.
Government can come into the housing sector, build houses. Government has the capacity to say, hello, apply to get this apartment, pay for 15, 20 years. I can take out 33.3% of your income, Mariam, for this payment. And government gives you the apartment. It has happened before in this country. Many of those that are leaders today in this country went to free education. Help me ask them, what does NEL Fund means? NEL Fund is listed as an achievement of the APC. Then you begin to ask that you loan me money. Is that a favor? You went to school for free. In developed nations of the world, as an individual.
And when you're talking about that loaning me money, you talk about the fact that sometimes you need the signature of a notary public, to sign on whatever documents you're submitting to get that fund. I'm just trying to corroborate what you just said.
I'm saying that that's no favor. That's more like, you increase tuition fee for all the varsities, for high school, for indigens, that you went to for free. Then you say, okay, you're giving them NEL Fund, let them borrow money so that they can go to school. If you have loaned me money, you have not done me a favor as a government. Government has the capacity to say, for us to build a better society, for us to build a safer Nigeria, everyone should go to school. That was an advocacy of Chief Obafemi Awolowo that many of us in the South benefited largely from, right? So what we are going to do differently is we are going to go back to the draft of how Nigeria should operate. There was a time in this country that life was easy, to be very honest. And I've done my findings. There was a time in this country where if you apply for visa, you're not going to get denied. Because Nigeria is saying there was no corruption. There was no terrorism. There was no so much criminality embedded in the system. Criminality, terrorism, and all this insecurity is inspired by hunger. Is inspired by jobless youth. Do you understand?
Okay.
So I want to quote one of the former governors of Lagos State that says, whenever you see problem, let's try to see opportunity
In the problem.
For example, you see a pothole, that's a job opportunity for someone, right? You see a leaking roof of a school, that's a job opportunity for someone. But you see, we need to work on the intentionality of government to be alive to these responsibilities. Like, look at the Makoko community. Makoko community was demolished, not considering the minors, the children of that community. In a developed country, those children will be put in a camp. Their schools will not stop. Their feeding will not stop. They will be clothed. There are meaningful, successful people in the environment or in the society that can donate to that camp. You understand? But what we had was task force heavily going there, shoots periodically, tear gas them, chase them out of a community that they've lived for over 50 years. Do you understand? So we cannot even take Makoko community out of the history of Lagos. Because largely they are worried people, they are fish farmers.
Yeah.
You start, so we need to go back to the drawing board. Government, I repeat, have the capacity. They have the capacity to make things easier. A governor should not have 35 cars running on a fuel of over 150,000 to fuel an SUV on the road, blowing siren. Wow, that 35 cars. 150 times 35.
I feel that it's
So
easier said, before you people get to the place of power and we'll have the opportunity to talk to you. I know how many honorables that will come before, becoming who we celebrate now.
I think that
and at the end of the day, even if you call them for media palace, they would not be available.
I think that's a fallacy of
rounds and interviews, they will not be available.
That's
I know what it took me to even get you here. Honorable Anjolaiyatopic, you are not even the representative here too. And you are still very busy.
That's a fallacy.
Am I lying?
Of generalization.
On my honor.
That's a fallacy of generalization. I mean, I was here 1 hour before your show.
Okay, I need to. I just have to applaud you for that.
You see, that's.
But you almost, switched up on me.
Well, we have other things to do. And today is Monday, yeah. But I mean.
But I'm a Nigerian.
Of course.
And you cannot tell if I'm from that Alimosho constituency.
And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
And you almost changed the whole thing.
I was not going to change anything. I've determined I'm here and I'm going to speak to.
Let's talk about youth inclusivity.
Okay.
And I begin to see more youth in politics, and it's giving me so much joy because I now believe that one day I can just decide to wake up when I'm off, the radio or television and maybe the media space in court, because I'm not allowed to be a politician while being addressed as a broadcaster. So when I'm not here, I want to be one, and I want to get myself deeply involved in politics. I just hope that I get my ground. I find my own leverage, because I don't know if I'm going to be leveraging on you. So, honorable, and people are saying that no, it's not easy for youth to get what they want. Starting from you getting the ticket, getting the approvals from godfathers, getting a position. No, you cannot be vying for this position. We need somebody who is more enlightened, somebody who has been in politics for many years, more than, what you just started. And they talk down on youth. Now that we now see youth, talking about engagement in the political space, what's your take? Do you think that youth are going to do something differently from what the babas in coach are doing?
Well, currently, my confidence level is low.
I love that. I love the fact that you are very, very straightforward.
No, let me say that, and that's because the youths of Nigeria have allowed themselves to be used for certain political like call it a check job, such as mobilization,
Political
politician,
thuggery.
thuggery, and all of that. You will not see a 60-year-old man being a thug. Now, I was discussing with a friend who is in the ruling party,
Okay.
and he was lamenting while he was praising me for what I was doing in the opposition. He was saying that there's no space for them to rise, and all of the things that they end up.
Let's get that clearly. There's no space for them to rise.
What I mean is that those in their 60, those in their 70 wants to remain in power. They are not shifting ground for these young people. Even local government chairmen in Alimosho, they are in their 50s. I beg now. So the youth needs to do a lot of things different. Bola Tinubu started politics when he was very, very young. He was with MK Abiola.
Yeah.
Along with Showore left SUG Unilag and got into politics, got into the struggle for democracy and all of that. Yakubu Gowon became head of state at the age of 29. Right? Well, but in my own political party, we are doing so much to encourage youth. I'm a young person. I'm in my 30s, and I'm challenging status quo. I'm saying that yes, I can represent Ali Mosho, and I can do it differently, right? One of the governorship candidates of my great party, Badibon Road Survivor, is in his early 40s. That's a lot of youths coming up to say yes, we can do this, right? And I believe that you see anything that young people do, they are so organized about it. They are so intentional about it.
Yeah.
In 2020, young people used Twitter to raise millions of dollars to fight police brutality and killings in Nigeria by the Nigerian police. They won. They achieved their aim.
Yeah.
Today, we are safe. We can, as young people, you can move, you can drive around town and not be shot at, not be arrested, not be harassed. I mean, that's victory for us.
Sir, do you know that they are being harassed also? Because by the police, we've gotten...
You mean that's still happening?
It's still happening. Harassment, but it's on the very, very, minimal level.
Well, I must salute the leadership of the police force. If you are harassed by any police, you ride on the road, you are intimidated by men carrying gun, it's important that you have that on record.
Yes.
You understand? However you're going to do that, just get it done.
Yes, a court in Calabar even said, a federal high court now said something in Calabar that that you can make videos of police officers harassing.
Do you understand?
Just
so
make a video
there's
of
a lot
their
of
name.
There's a lot of sanity. So I believe that when young people fully realize that they constitute 65-70% of the population, I'm sure and I'm certain, Mariam, that change will come. Right? That means young people will aspire to say, yes, they want to be there. Mariam, youth leader in APC, 50 years old, youth leader. You understand? And I think that when they say
how sure are you?
We have them
50 years old. Amaka Ogunleye, is that true?
We have seen them now. We have seen them. They should, So I mean,
how about the ADC?
We won't let that. We won't let that happen. We won't let that happen.
How old is the youth leader there?
We won't let that happen. Our youth leaders are in their 20s. You understand? In fact, okay, let me tell you a story. I had a 19-year-old brother in Unilag. In 2023, he was passionate about voting for a political party. I will not say it. That boy did not have voter's card. 19. He came out of Unilag Abule Oja. He went to INEC. INEC, where is party agent? INEC said this party does not have agents. That boy stood at the polling unit. He defeated both APC and PDP in 2023.
Wow.
No, he was now calling me to say, Bradley, where do I take the results to? So you see, if the system will work, it will work. Young people, really. I don't want to mention the name of the political party, but they went south and rejected the ruling party.
Let's talk about the tickets, getting tickets from your political party, because I understand that it's quite hard for you to get the ticket. Have you gotten yours?
Well, let's look at the electoral art.
Okay.
We are in the process of primaries. In the next 4-5 weeks, we'll be having our primaries.
All right.
Of course, the electoral act has restricted us to consensus or direct primaries.
Oh my God.
Or direct primaries.
Okay.
Consensus arrangement means that the leadership of the party is going to pick one person. Direct primaries means that we have to call all members of the party to come. I mean, that is expensive. That is risky. I mean, let's say we have 19 political parties. We have 36 states. Does INEC even have the human resource to supervise direct primaries across 36 states
And
for 19 political
Peradventure,
parties?
I have to go now. Peradventure, you get the ticket, and you will do something differently, like you have been saying. Mariam, I will do something differently.
If I get a ticket,
what will you do?
If I get a ticket, I'm going.
I hope you will not shut me out of your office when we come for interviews.
No. I'm not that kind of person.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of person.
What will you do differently?
I've never been in politics. I'm a businessman, so I do not have a.
That's why you need to partner with Champion FM.
I don't have the political. I don't have the political. I don't have the political behavior of the typical politician.
All right. How do you close? I need to leave the studio.
Well, I want to say that by the grace of God, tomorrow will be better than today.
Tomorrow will be better than today. It's been a very, very interesting conversation, with Honorable Anjolaiyatopic. And, I love the fact that we now have more of youth in politics, but with that hanging, question that are they really allowed to, do things fledgedly? Are they allowed, to carry on the so-called mantle? Are they allowed to, showcase what they've got for we, the poor masses? Because I'm one of the poor masses. All right, I get to see you on Wednesday. When will we be having another prominent, personality with us at the studios of Champion 90.7 FM on Straight Talk with Mariam. I am Mariam, okay? And a very big thank you to Jude Senekome, to Mike, and to Amaka Ogunleye. Do have yourself a very swell evening as I leave you into the hands of Jude and my very dearest.
It's time for expert opinions, community voices, and actionable insight on Straight Talk with Mariam on Champion 90.7 FM, a news magazine program that dives into the issues setting the agenda. Join Mariam, okay? Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday